Hello and welcome back to the PSISTORM Esports Network. I'm Chickenman, here to bring you your weekly esports results and highlights from all the major tournaments going on in esports this past week. Today we'll be getting started by jumping straight into the deep end with the DotA Pro Circuit. All 12 regions of the DPC have finished and the top teams have been decided, including the 18 teams that will be participating in the $500,000 Animajor in Kyiv starting next week. Start off by going through the lower divisions to see which teams got the top spots and the coveted promotion to the upper division for the first season of 2022. North America, the D2 Hustlers and Arkosh Gaming are the two teams moving up next season. A big step especially for the Hustlers, who made it to the lower division through the open qualifiers. And after just one season, we'll be heading to that upper division. In China, it was Phoenix Gaming and LBZS taking the top spots. The return to form for LBZS, who dropped down to the lower division after a tough season 1. For Southeast Asia, both Motivate Trust Gaming and Team SMG are going to be the first timers to the upper division after only making it into the lower division through those open qualifiers. In South America, the Ego Boys will be returning to the upper division along with the Binomistas. Eastern Europe saw the return of Team Empire to the upper division, as well as the Hellraisers making it through in first place. And in Western Europe, Viking GG will be heading back into the upper division along with Level Up. All right, well, I think that just about covers the lower division. Congrats to those teams for being able to climb the ladder, but big news comes from that upper division where the 18 best teams from across the regions are all going to be facing off soon at the Animajor. North and South America each had 2 teams qualify. North America, it was the Quincy Crew heading straight into the playoffs. Evil Geniuses in second, being seeded into the group stage.
Really, they're Ocean with a BKB on the edge.
We've got her again. It's like last game. Oh, set them up. They want to give him the rampage. Oh no, Ocean again ruins it. Typical.
There's a couple kills left. Okay, no, good. GG's called.
South America, No Ping Esports are seeded into the playoffs, while Beast Coast are heading to the groups.
Supernova, just the Sunray for now from Widge as the Eclipse bouncing another Sacred. False promise onto the Ursus who can turn and face Adriano. The Aegis is down. The Egg being focused is right-clicked. They've lost the Phoenix now. In comes Turbo, slices of the Chakram and the Whirling Death. They get the burst down to the Mel Strike, through onto the Oracle. Buybacks are available here for Unknown, but they're losing so many thick and fast as the Leshrac is caught up, and Adriano dishes out that serious right-click damage.
Southeast Asia and Eastern Europe both have 3 teams qualifying. Eastern Europe had Virtus Pro get the top seed, Team Spirit into the groups, and Monaco Gambit as the wild card. For Southeast Asia, that was T1 to the playoffs, TNC Predator to the group stage, and Execration into the wild card stage. Both China and Western Europe had the most teams qualifying. Each region has 4 teams heading to those majors. In China, it's Team Aster with the first place seed directly into the playoffs, PSG LGD into the group stage, and both Vici Gaming and Invictus Gaming getting into the wildcard stage.
But he goes off, hits on 4, oh dear! Fade, he's gone, XM still trying to fight this. Right click's going, they get the Kona Emo, they're gonna buy back on these heroes on the side of IG as they take out Cywar. The Junk is gone, they've got the Hex onto the Lina, and there's your finger stack. They'll get themselves on, they've got the stun on the X-Nova, and they will take out this Grimstroke.
Finally, in Western Europe, it was Alliance in the top spot for the playoffs. Team Liquid heading to the group stage, and teams Enigma and Secret as the wild cards.
Through it bit by bit, Anna needs the bashes, and he needs them now, but he's not quite getting him in Inkswell. A stun, and he does get him. A buyback coming out from Samael, but Anna's got to get out of here before the hard carry of Liquid arrive. Anna on the run. Koifa on pursuit. Wants to be able to catch him. He's got a Blink Dagger. Might just be able to catch him with a Shockwave Skewer, but no. Anna's out.
Those teams will all be heading off to Kyiv for the Animajor, which begins on June 2nd with the wildcard round robin. All right, this isn't just a show about the DPC, so let's take a look at some of the other Dota events that happened this past week, like the Pinnacle Cup, just about to finish up their round robin phase. Right now, Team Spirit has secured a spot in the playoffs. 3 teams have been knocked out, and the last games are going to decide the remaining 6 positions. And the I-League finished up their group stage with LGD and Vici Gaming taking the top spots heading into those playoffs.
Well, that's a ballsy strategy, I'll tell you what. The blink call. Oh, Chrono Boy in trouble. Alright, a little butter strike forward. They go for it, they bubble him, they double him. He's toastified. Now they go for Snap Daddy on the high ground. Wham bam, thank you, mom. Another Dunkaroo. Felix Chalbot down 3 times kill streak.
Whew, and now we finally covered off last week's big Dota events. If it's feeling a little overwhelming, the links to all the brackets are posted below the video. You can check out all the regions and tournaments at your leisure. Moving on now to a slightly shorter segment. CSGO only had 7 different major tournaments going on this week, so should be able to blast right through this. Speaking of which, the Blast Rising finished up this week with the Copenhagen Flames able to take down Spirit Academy in the finals 2-1.
Though, look at Denny's Law with the big flank on 1, the second, not the third though. Lemon will end the madness. But as we see time is progressing, Rollin and Lemon need to get as close as possible. Rainmaker not aware of it. And we can see Rollin already going in for the instant defuse. Oxygen gets his, and ooh!
The Spring Sweet Spring number 2 started up its main Swiss stage. They have 3 rounds left to go before their playoffs will be set.
Finds his, still in even position, but Sparrow finds it, and Deco from the outside gets one through the scope. And the rest of the T aggression is just going to be all over the place. They don't even know what they're looking for here. Jetka finds a kill, makes it a 1 versus 2 out of the 1 versus 3. But looks away at just the wrong moment. Polt finds him.
Republic began their playoffs. Right now, Saw and Skade have made it to the upper bracket finals. The lower bracket will be playing throughout this week. Flashpoint is in a similar position with Mouse Sports and G2 Esports in the upper bracket finals. The lower bracket currently being worked through, but they will finish their whole playoffs by the end of this week and crown a champion.
Gonna dunk right on them. Oh, so much damage! And it's all just down to Xantares at this point. He's behind the smoke, able to get 1. Have they unleashed the beast? Is Xantares ready to fight his way out of this one? Perfect volley to land on a Frozen.
The CS Summit 8 finished their group stage and are set to begin the playoffs this week with their top 6 teams.
Close. I like it. Look at Leo. He's run right by. Now he needs to turn around. BRT's fired his shot. KNG
Leo's
still
going.
His kill with the pistol. And Leo's still fragging out on the side. Hello, communication. They're getting a bit ahead of themselves, but they should still have this round.
He's 1-0. It's fine.
This entire series, I can't believe the speed, the speed at the end.
The Epic CIS League started its playoffs this week. Right now, Team Spirit, Gambit Esports, Virtus Pro, and Akuma are in the upper bracket semifinals. Playoffs will determine a winner this week.
SDY with the shots, 2 AKs in hand. This is looking dire. This might be the round in which Team Spirit...
Okay.
No scope jumping? Are you kidding me?
And the ESEA Premier League continued its group stage throughout North America, Australia, and Europe. Some teams started to edge ahead or fall behind, but with 4 weeks left to play, there's still everything for these teams to play for, including a spot in the ESL Pro League for Season 14.
Be pivotal. Should even find another here as well. Hazza getting the job done. See you later, Az. Not quite. And now they've got to try and isolate the position. Hazza picking up the range.
GXX will play the edges of the smoke so close to the headshot, finds it at the second time of asking. Now it gets violent. Sprays transferred 3-on-3. They've got them isolated on the site, but the shots not quite connecting. All 3 start to swing. Now the frag's there for Lambert. One's low and he's traded down. All on GXX in the 1v3. He's got to clear all these angles. He'll find the first headshot. That bomb not far enough gone, though. It will be 15. LDLC very nearly caught out on the retake.
He's got some good ground. If he can find this frag, this can be huge, and he's going to be able to find that. That's a good start already, and now making things a little bit more difficult. Jazz going for another. The guy's an absolute menace. No way! A third! That's absolutely insane!
He's cleaning up the whole game, and he's going to be able to get another one. Jazz Pimp putting a seal of approval on the game, as now it's just down to J-Dubs in a 1v4, and he goes down in a heap. Choco Check and Jazz Pimp.
That wraps up Counter-Strike for this week. Really isn't ever a dull week with that scene, is there? Certainly not this week or next week either. I'll be back to cover all 8 events that are going on right now in our next episode. For now, let's move on to some games that have a reasonable amount of results for us to look at, like Valorant. Nothing happened in Valorant this week. All the big teams are currently traveling to Reykjavik for the VCT Masters, and Reykjavik just finished holding another major event, this one for League of Legends. The mid-season Invitational had a fantastic tournament and an epic finals between Damwon Gaming and Royal Never Give Up, who would end up winning it 3-2 become the champions.
Very tanky champion. The Rakan is picked off, but now the re-engage. What's it look like? Shield bow pop. Fudge dives in, looks for the kill. Not gonna take the feathers. Gets all the way to the back line, and Cloud9 may just find their third win of the Rumble stage. When it's
not been a factor. It's up to the Varus. It's up to the Jace. But Xiaohu on the flank. He wants to go.
Xiaohu's ready to go, and they're already going, gone. Showmaker is down. They're gonna pick up the second on the Canyon. They'll continue pushing forward. Damwon is not long for this world. Everybody is dropping dead right in front of our eyes. Triple kill back over to Gala. Look at the game collapse around Damwon. Tia. RNG is going straight for the throat.
Over in Starcraft 2, the DreamHack Masters Summer got their main events started in Europe and North America, but the group stages are underway, and in Latin America, where they've made it into the playoffs, Special is currently waiting in the grand finals for the lower bracket to finish up.
Usually trying to sync up with his army, but rather making sure that he will get those missiles before anything happens.
Yeah. Ends up losing the Raven over there, so Kellinger finally getting a little bit of a victory on that side, but the Siege tanks, even with one interference matrix, they do so much damage, and now they're in range of the orbital.
The World Team League finished up their 8th round. Team NV continues their winning streak as they move up to 8-0. Only 3 rounds left to go. GSL Super Tournament got underway with the round of 16. Lots of great games and a few upsets. The round of 8 continues this week.
He's going to target down every single one, and that's apparently how you deal with Broodlords. And look, he can actually fly over the safety of the Thors.
So good. Yeah, well, he has to fight here, but the Corruptors, okay, they pick off a few and decide to turn around. The Thors dealing so much free damage there.
And in Brood War, the ASL finished up their semifinals with Mini taking the 4-1 over Zero and Larva with the 4-0 over Hero.
There's no need to start bringing back this game, but you can see other than the Templars there, it's just a handful of goons left over. The Hydras will chew through this army very easily. There goes 1 Templar, 2 Templar. Oh my gosh, these units are getting eaten up.
Heading over now to Rainbow Six Siege, where the biggest tournament of the year. 6 Invitational crowned a champion. Ninjas in Pajamas were the ones taking home the trophy and the $1 million prize. They won the finals 3-2 over Liquid.
Here we go. Out go the smoke canisters. Kamikaze thinking about going in for that plant. Moringa, as I said, does have an impact. Finds one. Can he get himself a second? He's being challenged from the door. Kamikaze gets PSK. It's looking like it's going in the favour. Kamikaze's pushing downstairs. He's shut down by Palu. The diffuser's down on the ground. It's 3 versus 2 as Moringa finds one upstairs as well, but he's downed. It's all down to Palu. 1 versus 2 effectively. 1 versus 3 as Moringa is finished off. 14 seconds left to go. This is tense. C4. He's got a C4 in hand. Pino takes the drop. Julio has diffuser in hand. He finds the shots, but Palu cannot find the kill. Out comes the Nitro. It's shot out by Pino. That is the round in 2020. Brazilian hearts were broken, but like a phoenix, NIP rise from the ashes to claim the hammer at the 6th Invitational 2021.
In Overwatch, the Contenders Season 1 continued in China with Team Chaser taking the lead in the group stage. And here we have a clip from the grand finals of Korea where O2 Blast took down Talon Esports.
Towards Rally as well, duplicate over towards ESEA. 2 grabs could be possible for Talon Esports as the mines roll out. Kellen Slip is killed. Pulse bomb all over towards Kilo. 5v5 situation, no, it's 4v5, attack down, he's saying, can barely get a grab in there, this is looking O2 Blast, Nano's nearly available, it's only 2 players alive, Develop and he's saying, can they get it done? He's saying doesn't have HP, Develop's gone as well, this is going to be O2 Blast, and Talon have melted, they've fallen in the last.
Meanwhile, in the Overwatch League, the East and West divisions began the June Joust.
Right, that is an Electric Cowboy in the making. Up on the high ground, it could be a problem. Ooh, look, getting aggressive. They're not going to wait. They're just going to go for it. I don't think Philly was expecting this.
No, that was a very aggro shot call for the defense. When it works out, Carpe's out of play immediately. Rascal in danger. The ball up about catches Friday. Held the phone. Now Rascal
this is dangerous.
No. They didn't get the point.
Oh, he couldn't get on there.
You got to be kidding me.
Run Isu right out of town. And just when Toronto looked like they'll be able to keep the series alive, they might be in trouble. Sato, that's a crucial stall. He's able to get through and not get stunned up. Michelle having some similar luck here. He'll touch, but he'll go down very low. I mean, good kinetic grasp keeps him alive a lot longer than he otherwise would have been, but that Dragon Strike is going to clear out the riffraff And the Boston Uprising now can push up a little bit more, take some space, and take a bow.
Next up, we're checking out Apex Legends, where the ALGS Championship started up with Asia Pacific North, Asia Pacific South, and South America, all getting into their group stages this week.
Come from Tom Young Kung on the bottom side underneath the all-elusive Invade roster. What can they get?
Well, Dexter is currently putting down his portal, just trying to make sure they've got one to move around with, but they need it. Here we go. They're moving down to try and make this, force this fight, and Invade have done it very well. They had the high ground. They got to choose when to engage.
The EMEA and North American regions of the ALGS will begin this coming week. Continuing our Battle Royale theme, let's see what PUBG has in store for us. PUBG Continental Series had a number of qualifiers in their 4 regional divisions: North America, Asia Pacific, Europe, and Asia. A couple of highlights here from the North American group stage and the East Asia weekly series.
Live, Denny G is trying to push it out, and there it is. Kodak goes down. Journey in 3rd place, and now just dodge 2, dodge with 1.
This is Veritas's game through and through. Still 4 up, and you've got 1 player herded into the smoke. They might be prone, but it's just a matter of time here until they spot Lampalot. Lampalot will knock 1.
Nobody's back there. Ooh. I think that was their own.
What's going to happen in this game, man? This is crazy.
Oh, there's so many smokes left for Griffin. They haven't had to use any. So they have a ton left. Gen G has quite a few. There you go.
Sura gets the first down. 2 versus 2. Can they get the res over there? They may use him as bait.
Now
Two Hearts moving forward.
He's in trouble.
Inox trying to slide down this mountaintop. Asura taking some damage, but an excellent flank comes in here. Inox is down.
There it is.
Okay.
The main events for each of those regions will start up in a few weeks. Next on the docket, Street Fighter V, where the Capcom Pro Tour at the South American West region this week. Nero the Boxer able to take down Frozen in the finals.
Big swing for the crush counter. Swinging him to the corner now. What's the mix? There's the throw. Nero trying to close it out now.
Frozen does have all those resources. Side switch. Fear! No, not Fear Frozen. V-shift. D, P. This is going to be really scary. Both sitting at Musho health. Oh my god. Blocks the axe kick. All right.
This is tough to call. Here's the activation.
Here's
Don't get mixed. Your tournament life is on the line.
Nero!
Nero the Boxer is your South America West qualifier.
In Mortal Kombat 11, the pro competition held their North American qualifiers with Abyss winning in the East and Pop-Tart winning in the West.
This is tournament point for Pop-Tart. Double fatal blow, and it goes down to the camera. Give me the juice. Give it to me. And that was desperation. Praise the sun, and Kotal Khan just won a week of the pro competition. Pop-Tart popping off, and now one of the most brutal fatalities in the game.
Fatality. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate had their Northeast America qualifier where Tweak was able to take down Syrup in the grand finals.
Platforms. This is something that we haven't seen Leon connect too often in the last 2 games is these side Bs. These side Bs are going to kill extremely early with these small blast zones, and there's like, no matter where you go on the stage, there's going to be a platform. Oh, he's still alive though. Can Syrup finish the edge guard? Gets back on stage. Oh! Does...
And that will wrap up this week's episode. As always, we try to cover every major event. If you missed any, please let us know in the comments. The esports world is huge and only growing bigger. So don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date with everything that's going on. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I've been Chickenman here for the PSISTORM Esports Network. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.